Okay, so I'm here with Rio Scott, the founder of OSM STUDIOS. So Rio, would you be able to tell me a bit about your brand?
The whole concept behind OSM is to merge a minimalist streetwear style with a sporty twist. So it's kind of bridging the gap between sustainability and style. The whole brand is built around being essential staples and silhouettes, all made in the UK, creating timeless, sexy silhouettes that will just transcend through season to seasons. And obviously we're just a small brand in the UK at the moment, and our main focus is slow fashion. So all the clothing we produce, we want to produce with ethical principles to make sure we're adding positivity to the world. And it's really important to me to be a smarter alternative to fast fashion, benefiting both the customer and the planet. So the main aesthetic that I wanted for the brand was just neutral, like streetwear for girls. And I felt like there was a massive gap in the market for like nude coloured streetwear that like just fitted really well. And then obviously that being my forefront as I researched more into the industry, I realised the impact that the fashion industry has on our planet and the environment as a whole. And obviously as a 19-year-old girl, I've never really thought like where have my clothes come from and the impact and how the people felt making them, like, and who even is making my clothes. And as I saw how much slave labour and how much pollution goes on within the industry, I realised that OSM had to be a slow fashion brand that had really strong values on this subject and that wouldn't add to the already, like, all the waste that the industry makes.
So would you be able to tell me a bit of the journey behind your brand?
Yeah, of course. So the idea of having my own brand has always been something I wanted. And then obviously last year we all found ourselves in lockdown. I started to watch like a lot of YouTube and just was seeing a lot of people starting their own businesses, and I thought all this time on my hand, like I might as well start researching and learning, and that I definitely could do and start my own brand. So I just decided to put my mind to it and started working out my concept and my values and what I wanted to bring to the fashion industry, which is already so saturated. And then if you look at the whole journey behind the brand, even though we haven't even launched yet, we're launching in April, I feel like I've been through such a journey with it, because originally I did kind of just want to be a fast fashion vibe, and then I realised that through a lot of research how detrimental that is to the planet.
How do you maintain sustainability in your brand?
Well, for us, we look beyond profit to make sure we're having a positive impact on the environment. So a few examples of that would be, we do very limited runs. So when we produce our clothes, we are only producing a very small amount of each size to make sure that we're not going to have like hundreds of tops left over, which would then going to have to discount just to like get rid of them. We source a lot of our materials, our fabrics, our packaging all locally, as well as obviously making our clothes locally, which reduces our carbon emission considerably. We also only use sustainable or recycled materials, so we'll never use unnecessary virgin plastics or materials. We'll always use something that's already been made. We also, a very key thing actually, which a lot of brands don't do, is we only encourage our customers to buy what they need. We're not going to try and lure people in to buy unnecessary cheap clothing just to have more diversity in their wardrobe. We want to promote healthy, sustainable consumer habits that is going to lower the rate of consumption. So that is a few areas where we stay sustainable.
So where is OSM clothing made?
So for us, it was really important to pick a factory that correlated with our values. So we went for a small family-run factory in East London. So that's obviously very close to where I'm based to minimise our carbon footprint.
what's the fabric made from?
Yeah, so picking a fabric for us was really hard because obviously there are so many boxes our fabric must tick. It has to be, firstly, extremely sustainable, and then we also want it to be durable and long lasting so that you're not going to wear it twice and it's going to break. So those were two really important things. And then obviously we want it to be thick, soft against the skin, biodegradable, so that it's going to have a positive impact in its afterlife and it's not just going to go to some landfill. So the biggest challenge for us was finding the perfect fabric, and obviously as a startup we're not looking for hundreds and hundreds of meters, we're looking for a very limited amount so that we're not going to have extra that we don't need and is just going to be sitting around. So the fabric we opted for was a bamboo blend, and bamboo is literally one of the fastest growing plants, which generates at an extreme rate. It uses 90% less land than cotton does to produce the exact same amount of yield, and it doesn't need any pesticides or like loads and loads of water, so we're reducing our water waste and we're not using harsh chemicals. And bamboo, like naturally, is super, super soft. It's effortlessly sustainable, luxuriously thick, and it just has a range of natural properties which we are looking for.
What platform will your OSM products be sold on?
Well, when we launch, we will be launching exclusively on our website and also on Depop, on our store there.
Thank you so much for joining us, Rio, today.
No problem, anytime.
Thank you.